other event, and I heard you speak there, and I was just blown away. You were great. Well, life in the fast track. This is my life in the fast track. But I guess it started when I was in high school, and I thought that my life in the fast track was going to be about me running because I was in the track team. I was never really fast, so it didn't really work that way. And then we had the yearbook when I graduated, and one of the kids in my class, you know, you write under your face your picture, and he wrote, "To Charlie, who likes to do 90 on Fish House Road." Well, you know, I think I only did 80, but that's okay. You know, I guess I like to go fast. So I graduated high school, and I was into cars, and I bought an English car called Triumph. And I thought it was the greatest. I got my Michelin tires, and I said, oh, this thing, man, was great. So I got my girlfriend to go out on a nice curvy road in North Jersey, and we are just zipping around, and I go around this big turn. I guess I was a little fast, and the car just like spun out a couple, 2 or 3 times around. Finally, we ended up stopped backwards, looking at the traffic coming by. Needless to say, she was mortified and called me numerous names. But it really didn't bother her because she married me. And not only that, she married me and then she bought me a motorcycle. So one day I conned her into like going down the shore on the bikes. Like, it'll be fun, you know, let's go down there and just spend the day. So we were down to, I think, Seaside or someplace. And we're driving back Sunday on Route 35, and there's a bumper traffic. It was just brutal, you know, typical, you know, coming home from the shore. And so we're driving, stop and go, and this cop is there, and he pulls somebody over. So I turned to look to see what the heck's going on. As I turned back, the car in front of me was like dead stop, and I plowed into the car. We both fly over the handlebars. I landed on the trunk. She rolled up on the side. So, needless to say, that really clinched it. She's like, I'll never trust you again. You will never take me anywhere again. And she was trembling, and we had to ride the bike home. I had this guy that pulled over on the side, like, yo, us bikers gotta stick together. We're trying to pull the forks away and take the fender off the bike so I could ride it home from the parkway on the turnpike. Anyway, after that, I decided, you know, I'm gonna learn to fly. So I took flying lessons in Teterboro Airport, and I got my captain's license, and I was flying with my parents and my brother and friends. We would fly from like Washington Bridge down the Hudson River around the Statue of Liberty. It was beautiful. So I told my wife, come on, let's just get in the plane. We'll fly around the Statue of Liberty. There's no way I'll fly with you. I said, well, why not? No, you fly like you drive. I'm not getting in a plane. It's like, how do you know? You've never been in a plane with me. I'm not going to be safe. You're not going to kill me. I'm not going there. Okay, fine. So a short time after that, I decided, okay, you know, it's not fun flying by myself, so I gave up flying. Then I said, you know, I got to try the sports car thing again, so I bought a Porsche. Now the Porsche was the best handling car I ever had in my life. It could corner like crazy. It was like glued to the road if the road was dry. So one winter day, it was snowing like unbelievable. It was snowing so bad that they closed all the schools, they closed businesses. I couldn't even go to work. So we're sitting home. It's like, well, what do you want to do? There's nothing going on. Let's go skiing. Come on, let's go play Poconos. We'll go skiing. Well, okay. So we load up the car, and we get on Route 80, and it was snowing so bad. We're going to protect us. It was snowing so bad that there were very few cars on the road, and there wasn't even any like grooves where cars would go by. It was just like all white. So I thought I was like in the middle lane. I'm driving, and then, you know, I got that Porsche. It's no problem. And all of a sudden, the car starts to kind of like go sideways. And it's kind of sliding and sliding. I couldn't do anything, you know. So it just kept sliding and sliding until all of a sudden it just went like, and it just went into this ditch in the center island. And it was like so soft, it was like slow motion. So we're sitting there and she's looking at me like, you asshole. Come on, let's just drive. So anyway, the snow was like up to the middle of the window. I couldn't even open the door. I kind of like rolled down the window a little bit and pushed the snow out so I could push myself out of the window. And this was before cell phones. So I'm standing in the middle of the highway and there's like one car going by like every 5 minutes or something. Finally, about an hour later, this tow truck comes by. And the tow truck comes by and the guy says, well, I can pull you out. I'll pull you and take you on 80 East. So I said, fine. It's like, we'll turn back. So he pulls the car out and it landed so soft that nothing happened. There was no damage. So we get on Route 80 and we're driving home and I look at it, it's like, what are we gonna do? Let's go skiing anyway. We're here, we're halfway there. All right. So we get off 80, we make a U-turn, we get back on the road and we're driving. We finally get to Jack Frost. As we pull into the place, there's this big sign that says, closed due to inclement weather. So we got there for nothing. So it was kind of like a learning experience, the fast lane for me. As I got older and I got more conservative and cautious about what I did, I decided it's time for me to pick up a different hobby. So I learned to sail. You see, when you sail, you're on a sailboat and you're going really fast, you're heeling and you got the wind and you got water splashing and you think, wow, this is great. But you're only going about 8 knots, like 10 miles an hour or something. So you have the thrill of the speed, but you have the safety of the speed as well. So that's my life in the fast lane. Thanks, everybody.